This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
How our congressional and state districts are chosen will be the topic of an informational meeting this week in our area. Good evening and thank you for joining us at SSPTV News. I'm Lisa Sugart in for Ken Cara. This is your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information. Now to our headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. We begin tonight with good news for Luzerne County. The Pennsylvania Department of Human Services will be restoring a full license to Luzerne County children and youth. State Representative Tara Toohill called the decision wonderful news for our community and the hundreds of young people who are in county care. The department had downgraded the agency to a provisional state license in October of 2015. Representative Toohill said, quote, "The license upgrade is a well-deserved recognition by the Department of Human Services of the ongoing efforts by administrators and hardworking staff to deliver the best care possible and services to the children of our county," unquote. Well, how the borders of voting districts are determined will be the topic of an informational meeting this week at the Hazleton 1 Community Center. One nonpartisan group believes that redistricting process that determines voting districts for both Congress and the state legislature should be transparent, impartial, and fair. A volunteer from that organization, Diana Dakey of Fair Districts PA, will make that presentation this Thursday evening at the Hazleton 1 Community Center. I talked with her via phone today to learn more about what is referred to as gerrymandering.
What is gerrymandering? Well, every 10 years after each national census, the Pennsylvania legislature redraws the boundaries of our congressional, state house, and Senate districts. The original goal of this redistricting was to ensure that voting districts remain equal in population, which is still the goal. But now, and here's the problem, we have gerrymandering, where because of the placement of the district borders, some votes count more than others when it comes to the ability of voters in that district to elect a candidate to office under our two-party system. And so this problem, as I said, affects the U.S. congressional as well as the Pennsylvania state, Senate, and House seats. So under the current rules, whichever party is in control in the 0+1 years, so for example 2011 or the upcoming 2021, whichever party is in control gets to rig district boundaries so that its party has an advantage in the numbers of state legislators or congresspeople who get elected throughout the decade. This can be done by creating safe districts where the boundaries can be moved so that one can create majorities that otherwise wouldn't be there.
Now, you're with fairdistrictspa.com, and that's a nonpartisan effort. What are you hoping to do, and how are you hoping to achieve this?
Well, we are advocating for reform of the process, and our initial goal is to get a constitutional amendment passed, and we would like to modify the Constitution before redistricting takes place again in 2021, and we need to change the Constitution, which presently specifies that politicians are drawing boundaries. We want to change that so that an independent commission of citizens is doing the work, and we want public input and disclosure of the process rather than the current closed-door process. We want to prohibit the use of certain types of data, such as the party registration of voters. And we want to encompass congressional redistricting in these reforms. Presently, that process is not defined. So that's what our goal is. We're on a short but doable time frame. To change the Constitution, we need to get bills passed in both the Pennsylvania House and Senate in the 2017 to 2018 legislative session. That's step number one, and then those bills will pass again in the subsequent legislative session. We're backing Senate Bill 22. It's a joint resolution to amend the Constitution in those ways I just described.
Now again, the topic will be discussed Thursday at 6:30 p.m. at the Hazleton 1 Community Center in Hazleton. Everyone is invited to attend. For more information, you can log on to fairdistrictspa.com or email Diana at ddakey@comcast.net. A public meeting will be held tomorrow night to discuss the future of kindergarten in the Hazleton Area School District. Last year, the school board voted in favor of half-day kindergarten sessions as a cost-saving measure. Tomorrow night, the board will look at the impact of that decision and decide whether or not to stay with half-day sessions or return to full-day kindergarten. The public meeting is set for tomorrow night at 6 p.m. in the District Administration Building. Hazleton police are warning residents about a scam. Police received numerous complaints from individuals and realtors regarding a scam through the use of the Craigslist internet site. Police say scanners are posting advertisements on various websites for the rental of area homes that are vacant or listed for sale or rent. The scam is taking place mainly through email or text messages. The scam artist directs prospective renters to the prospective properties and then collects the money by having them send it to various bank accounts or through Western Union. One victim wired $1,400, received a lease over the internet only to learn that they were defrauded and lost their money. Now, police are advising the public to deal directly with a local realtor or private owner who can prove that they have the authority to actually rent such a property. A 3-day Lenten conference will be kicking off tonight at St. John Bosco Church in Cunningham. The retreat is being hosted by Father Pio Mendato, a Franciscan priest who was born in Italy. Father Pio had the great privilege of receiving his first Holy Communion from Saint Padre Pio. His family knew Saint Padre Pio well before immigrating to the United States. The special Lenten retreat is being held tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday at 7 p.m. at St. John Bosco Church, Route 93 in Cunningham. The public is invited to attend. Well, downtown Hazleton will become one big canvas this weekend. Art Youth Expo 7 starts Friday with an opening ceremony at the Hazleton Art League at 6 p.m. Maps will be available and you can see all the art displayed downtown from 6 through 9 p.m. Earlier that afternoon from 3 until 4:30 p.m., the Hazleton Area Public Library has an event for young, inspiring artists.
We have an opportunity for children to try out watercolor painting. We'll have the materials and paper available for the kids. We ask them to sign up so we know they're coming to have enough supplies, but they'll have the chance to do a painting.
Would like to register your kids, call the library at 570-454-2961. For an entire list of First Friday events happening in downtown Hazleton this week, visit downtownhazleton.org. Art Youth Expo continues on Saturday with the Art Walk, a guided painting class, and events for the kids. We'll have much more on AYE 7 and First Friday later this week right here on SSPTV News. Well, tonight we have a shout out for Tara Robinson, one of our SSPTV News fans on Facebook. Thank you, Tara, for the support. Like our Facebook page for your chance at a nightly news shout out. Well, coming up, allergies are in the air. We have advice from a local physician, and Ron Marchetti is here with this week's edition of Trivia Treats.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Well, if you have never been to a ladies' night out, which is sponsored by the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, ladies, you are missing out because there is always a great time. I was at the most recent one that was held down at the Brass Buckle. We had a great time. Fabulous time. So many people there. Leanne Falabelle, the Vice President of Marketing for the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. It's happening again this Wednesday, and this one's going to be really big.
Yes, this one is big. This is actually our largest women's event for the year. This is a lot of fun. A lot of business gets done, a lot of networking. Our theme is actually an evening of networking, relaxation, shopping, and self-indulgence. So what more can you ask for? Like you said, it's taking place this Wednesday, so it's still not too late to register for the event. It's at Capriotti's from 5:30 until 8. It's a little bit longer because what we have going on at this one is a little mini expo. And we have about 26 businesses participating, and they're all businesses that are based around women, stuff women like to do. So we have some women's clothing boutiques, we have some jewelry, We have makeup, we have skincare, we have some chiropractic businesses going to be doing massages and body scans, some exercise facilities. So a lot going on, a lot happening. A great opportunity for the businesses, the chamber member businesses participating to promote their business and show what they have, and have the people that visit their booths come back into their stores and support the local business community.
So now, ladies are invited whether they're a chamber member or not, because there's two different prices.
Yes, our chamber member rate to attend is $12, and non-member rate is $15. And it includes hors d'oeuvres. We have a very nice selection of hors d'oeuvres that evening that Capriati's will be offering. And we'll have a cash bar with some fancy drink specials. We do a wine raffle every year, which 100% of those proceeds go towards our Women's Empowerment Grant that we give away annually. And we have a 50-50 raffle. So there's a lot going on. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity for the businesses that participate in the expo to promote their business, but also the attendees to just network with one another and promote their business. Bring your business cards. We have tons of door prizes, so you'll be dropping your business cards at each of the businesses participating, and just a lot of fun. It's a really great event.
Now, they do need to make reservations for this, so how do they do that?
Yeah, you can call our office at the Chamber, 570-455-1509, or you can go to our website, hazletonchamber.org, and just click on April 5th, and you can register right online and just do that sooner than later.
All righty, time's running out. You're not going to want to miss this. Trust me, it's a wonderful event. So many things going on. It's all the things we love to do all under one roof, really. So it's happening again this Wednesday at Capriati's from 5:30 until 8 p.m. Contact Leanne or go to hazletonchamber.org and register today.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Well, a nice day outside today in downtown Hazleton, a mix of some sun and clouds, but guess what? Keep the umbrella handy for the rest of the week. It looks like things are going to get a little sloppy. Taking a look at tonight's forecast, a 100% of showers, mainly after 8 p.m. this evening. Our overnight low around 44 degrees. New precipitation amounts between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch. Then heading into our 4-day outlook for tomorrow, showers with thunderstorms possible after 10 a.m. A high near 62 degrees, but winds could gust as high as 25 miles an hour. Tuesday night, chance of showers mainly before 8 p.m. Mostly cloudy with a low of 43. On Wednesday, the sun comes out with a high near 60 degrees. Wednesday night, more rain likely, mostly cloudy, low of 44. Rain continues into Thursday with a high of 52 degrees. On Thursday night, rain again, and showers likely after 2 a.m., cloudy with a low of 36 degrees. And guess what? More of the same for Friday. Showers likely, cloudy skies, a high of only 44 degrees, and the chance of rain on Friday night. Also, again, with some snow showers mixed in. Hate to see that. Mostly cloudy with a low of 33 degrees. Well, speaking of the weather, one physician in our area is already seeing patients who are dealing with allergies. Dr. Filipino specializes in internal medicine and geriatrics. He tells us how to cope with this ever-growing problem.
We're seeing allergy symptoms already because it's mainly been very wet. I'm not so sure the temperature inversion has much to do about it, but we do see a fair amount of allergies. Runny nose, itchy eyes, sometimes some difficulty swallowing. Usually symptomatic care with a non-sedating antihistamine, such as Claritin or Allegra. If you're hypertensive, I would avoid the ones that have the D after it because they may influence your pulse or blood pressure. Saline nasal spray is a great thing to consider. Neti pot use is also something that we advise. However, you start seeing the drainage getting kind of yucky, green, or have a sore throat or fever, you may have a secondary bacterial infection, so check with your doctor.
Are there any other health concerns right now, such as hoof and mouth or the usual?
You know what, that is another good question. I've been doing this as my 35th year of practice in the community, and I can tell you that it's March, April, and May based on some of the symptoms that we're seeing in our patients. Not only the allergy symptoms, we see more reflux, more GERD, more heartburn in the spring. And the other thing is we see a lot more emotional issues, anxiety and depressions, believe it or not. There's an old saying, crazy as a March hare. And the theory is that the same thing that's making the flowers bloom and the sap go up the trees, it's an exciting factor, if you will, in nature. And sometimes we can't handle that. It's a little lighter longer, lighter earlier, a little warmer, and it can be an activating agent for some of us out there. So keep in mind that spring is fraught with some medical issues.
Maybe some people have hibernated during the winter. They want to start exercising again. Can you give them some tips to not just go right into it fully and get hurt?
Right. I think exercise is going to help almost every illness, be it mental or physical. And the rule of thumb is you go low and you go slow. And you want to build yourself up, especially if you're a bear coming out of hibernation and you want to get rid of some extra bear fat. Walking, of course, is a great exercise. Some people take it to the next level and join a fitness gym, for example, get some professional instructions on how to exercise properly. Some degree of weightlifting would be in order as well, but get out there and start moving around.
Dr. Benyo talking with our Sam Lassand Jr. Now, Dr. Benyo is also the host of It's Your Health, which is seen regularly right here on SSPTV. Time now for the green screen. Get out your lottery tickets. See if you're a winner. The PA midday winning lottery numbers: pick 2, 6, 9, pick 3, 4, 2, 3, pick 4, 5, 1, 9, 1, and the pick 5, 3, 5, 8, 0, 4. Good luck. Hope you're a winner. We'll be back with sports right after this.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Well, these are Major Jordan's football stats for North Schuylkill High School. He owns the school's total tackle records with 483, and he has over 2,000 yards rushing and 33 touchdowns. Now, how about these stats? He's the president of Student Council, he's in the National Honor Society, and he's planning to study biochemical engineering at Lafayette College. Because of all of those stats and more, Jordan was named the 2017 Schuylkill County Scholar Athlete. The All-State linebacker says this may be the top award that he has received. The award was given out by the Schuylkill-Pottsville chapter of the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame. 14 local student athletes were honored at a banquet over the weekend for their performance on and off that field. The list includes Mahanoy area's Liam Manziel, Marion's Anthony Colavecchio, Shenandoah Valley's Devin Davis, and Tamaqua's Joshua Gordon. You should already be in a good sports mood because baseball is back, and tonight is the NCAA Basketball National Championship. Well, here's more good news. Here comes Ron Marchetti with Trivia Treats.
First Monday in April. Hi, everybody. On this night of the NCAA Championship game, this is Trivia Treats. 3 years ago, in 2014 at this time, in the first matchup of unbeaten team in the history of both the men's and women's NCAA basketball tournaments, Connecticut's women won the national championship by trouncing Notre Dame 70-58 in Nashville, Tennessee. UConn completed a 40-0 season. The night before, the Connecticut men won the national title by defeating Kentucky 60-54 at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. But getting back to the UConn Lady Huskies, since then, they had lost only one game to Stanford in December of 2014 while winning 111 straight games and 4 national titles in a row. This season, UConn was 36-0 until 2 nights ago. It all ended on Saturday night when the Lady Huskies lost by 2 points in overtime to Mississippi State 68-64, a tremendous upset. Last year at the same time, UConn defeated Mississippi State by 60 points, 98-38. So now UConn has 2 losses in the last 5 years, both by 2 points in OT. I think I might have put the kiss of death on them last Friday night when I said they would easily win it all for the 5th straight year. Taking a break from the NCAA, let's go back to this day in 1953, baseball. The Cincinnati Reds announced that their team nickname will be changed to the Redlegs. The organization offered no specific reason for the change. Well, fans and the press continued to call the team the Reds. So the Redlegs really never caught on and was officially dropped by the club in 1959, 6 years later. Also on this day in 1972, 45 years ago, Cleveland Indians owner Vernon Stauffer sold the club for about $9 million, which is just a bit over 1/3 of A-Rod's salary this season for not playing. Mother of God. The team was sold to an 8-man group headed by 41-year-old construction and broadcasting magnate Nick Maletti. Maletti already owned the Cleveland Cavaliers of the NBA and the Cleveland Crusaders of the World Hockey Association. He was also building the Coliseum in the Cleveland suburb of Richfield to serve as a home for the Cavs and the Crusaders. But Maletti ran into financial problems, and the franchise's board of directors removed him from the day-to-day operations of the Indians in August of 1973. Stauffer, the previous owner, had an agreement in place to sell the Indians to Cleveland native George Steinbrenner in December of 1971. But Stauffer backed out of the deal at the last minute. Had Steinbrenner purchased the Indians, the course of baseball history would likely have been dramatically different. George the Great became majority owner of the Yankees in January of 1973. Enjoy the game tonight. One thing for sure, and you could bet the whole farm on it, read my lips. The winner tonight will beat the loser. Hope to see you back here on Friday. Till then, be a good sport. Stay loose.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the first annual Don Shaw Memorial Golf Tournament will be held Saturday, July 8th at the Blue Ridge Golf Club in Mountaintop. Registration begins at 12:30 with a 1:30 shotgun start. Cost is $100 per player and includes green fees, cart, and dinner. Dinner-only guests will be $25. All proceeds benefit the Don J. Shaw Memorial Fund. For info, just call 570-868-4653. And one more quick announcement. The group Healthy Shenandoah will be sponsoring a cleanup of Bicentennial Park in the borough's southeast section from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday, April 8th. Interested residents are invited to help clean the borough's parks. Volunteers are asked to bring rakes, shovels, gloves, and other equipment. For info, just call 570-622-6097. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Barbara Balliot, formerly of West Hazleton. Arrangements will be announced by the Harmon Funeral Home. Stacy Fulton Cardos of Boston. Services were held Monday under the direction of the Turnbach Funeral Home. Regina M. Bratowski of Tresco. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. at the Holy Rosary Roman Catholic Church. Friends may call at the church from 9 to 10 a.m. The Damiano Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Jean L. Martin, formerly of Hazleton. Mass is April 22nd at 1:30 p.m. at the Most Precious Blood Church. Friends may call at the church from 12:30 to 1:30. Arrangements are under the direction of the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Amelia A. Mahalik of Freeland. Services are Friday at 11 a.m. at the Chapel of the Cavalry Cemetery. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Edmund G. Pinger, formerly of Freeland. Arrangements will be announced by the Harmon Funeral Home. And Mary McCoy of Freeland. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements.
That will do it for us this evening. Hope you have a great night. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. Kenny will have a special story on Autism Awareness Week tomorrow, right here on SSPTV News. Good night, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.